Everything I do is for 7-year-old Devin. For that little kid who's angry and doesn't understand what's going on and who's carrying the weight of everybody else. I was hearing shit and seeing things and witnessing and being part of shit that I shouldn't have had to worry about from that age. You know, there's still so much anger and resentment that I'm carefully navigating on a daily basis to ensure that my energy is put in the right places and I'm doing the right things. The first step of that is accountability. You know, I'm not responsible for what happened or what I was a part of, but I am responsible for what happens afterwards and my next steps and what I choose to do after the fact. Who am I going to be, you know? And you can't really fake something like that. You just have to let it come to you, and you have to play the hand you were dealt. That's why I do hold myself to such a high standard. It's because nobody else did. There's nobody else in my life who I witnessed work as hard or even consciously kill themselves to the standard of inadequacy because they never got that growing up, you know? I was always trying to fill this void, and every single time I reached my goals, every single time I obtained what I thought was going to make me feel better, I felt further away, because that's never what I should have been doing it for to begin with. It's never the end goal. The acquirements and what you think you get and what you're working towards are never what you truly gain along the journey. Who you become is what you gain. The standard you can set yourself to, and that unwavering optimism and relentlessness for not accepting your own excuses. Because you've seen what happens if you go down that path. Don't get me wrong, I'm far from perfect. Like, I've had my own personal issues with addiction, and like I'm a fucking nutcase mental health wise, but I navigate it beautifully because I've had to. And the older I get and the more I understand about myself and the world around me, things start to click a little bit more of why I've reacted the way I do, or why I am the way I am. You know, and I never want to be somebody who drags somebody else down in their life. If somebody has me in their circle, I'm lifting them up. Or I'm not in their life at all, and they don't actually fucking know me. A lot of the people who think they know me don't actually fucking know me. I keep my circle very small on purpose for that reason, man, because it's like, can't watch everybody. And I don't mean that to say in a fucked up way, but it's like, you can't look out for everybody at the same time, or it's going to get to the point where you're not looking after yourself. And I learned that from a very young age. That 7, 8, 9-year-old kid, when I was, man, I've vivid memories of like being trauma dumped on. And it's like all I've ever known, and it's really only recently have I been able to set up the boundary of like, nah, your shit isn't my fucking problem. Your shit isn't my responsibility. I feel for you, and I hear you, and I love you, and I hope and send nothing but positivity your way, but it's not my fucking responsibility or my problem. Especially if I have given the opportunity or I'm focused on my own shit. It's never worth that wasted energy and effort. So it's like I have to vocalize for that kid who didn't have anybody to stand up for him, or to tell him that it was okay to actually talk about himself, or that it was okay to stand up and say, no, that's okay. That's not okay. And I'm not okay. This doesn't feel right. This isn't how a family is supposed to be. This isn't how friends are supposed to act. This isn't... And deep down, I knew in my gut that I was just in the wrong room from the beginning. And I've been meticulously building myself up to be deserving of the people I want to be surrounded by. I have to earn that space in the room, but at the same time, if I can't even have the conversation with myself and be in a room by myself and feel like I'm worthy enough, or I don't need that fucking outward affirmation and approval from other people, man, what are you fucking doing it for at that point? You gotta be cool with you first. The person in the mirror dictates your entire life, your entire future. From the second you're birthed into this world to the second you're dead, the only constant is you. The only consistent is you. If you've been seeing a lot of the same problems, maybe you're the common denominator, my friend. Nobody else is ever going to care more about your shit than you do. So it's like, I kind of got to the breaking point of like, man, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I deserve better. I've been through too much shit. And I never looked back. And it's just been slowly leveling up and building this weak link and having a solid foundation, building another one on top of it, another one on top of it. One day at a time. Laying a brick a day, you know? Happens through the work, not around it. So, yeah, everything I say is for him, or even what I can't say now. It gives me the strength, and Lundy is even the vehicle in my personal life for me to stick up for myself and be like, nah, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not okay. And it gives me the permission to stand up for myself, as well as what I know is right. And I don't need anybody else to agree with me, because I'm cool with me, you know? I've sat at the lunch table by myself. I don't need anybody to sit with me. I'm cool. I'm cool with it, bro. I've been cool with it for 13 years, man. It's just a thought. If you've ever sat by yourself at the lunch table, you know that feeling. The embarrassment. You feel like everybody's staring at you, this sick pit to your stomach. Why don't I have any friends? Why does anybody fucking like me? You gotta like yourself first. And then it's gonna get to a point where everybody's gonna come flocking back in when you don't want them to. And you gotta like slap them away like some fucking mosquitoes. Stop trying to suck my blood, bitch.